Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Pimentel and I'm a flight attendant for an airline in the United States of America. Today I'm just going to do a little flight attendant Q&A. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. I posted on my Instagram, which if you don't follow me there, it's JessieGirl1990. I probably should change that name though. I'm thinking I should change it to Jet Set with Jess, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Who knows? I've had that Jessie Girl 1990 name forever, so I may keep it. But anyway, I posted there, so if you're not following me on there, go follow me there so you can see some of my posts there. And yeah, I just picked out like 10 questions, so let's get to it. First question is, are you required to wear pantyhose? So with my company, you actually are not required anymore. You used to be required to wear pantyhose ever since I was hired for the longest time, but maybe within the last 5 months, they made a new rule and you actually are not required to wear pantyhose anymore. I personally still wear it. I like the look of it. I like how I feel better with it. So I do wear pantyhose. Next question is, what is the hardest part of the job? And honestly, I'm just going to keep it very simple. For me, honestly, sometimes the hardest part of the job is certain passengers. Rude comments, being treated poorly, that's definitely the hardest part for me. Nobody likes to be treated bad. So when that happens, that sucks. And it just, unfortunately, it happens a lot in the customer service industries. And so here we are, be nice to people in customer service. It's not their fault. That's all I have to say. It's not their fault. Okay, next question. Have you ever worked JFK to Cancun or JFK to MXP, which is Milan? And yes, I did work both of those flights when I was based in JFK. The Milan one was a great trip for me, I remember, and same thing with Cancun. It was always awesome cruise and really nice layovers right on the beach. It was awesome. All right, question number 4 is, what is your most common medical emergency? Most common medical emergency is definitely somebody that has potentially been drinking all day long or didn't eat, and then they get on the plane and they kind of pass out. So either, you have to distribute oxygen to someone that passed out based on high levels of alcohol within them, or just not eating, and you have to give them like a ginger ale or like a cookie, orange juice, something to like raise their blood sugar. But those are the most common things that I have seen, basically passengers passing out. And luckily, everybody has been okay on my flights, thank God. Next question is, I like to buy flight attendants small gifts. What are some recommendations? Personally, I would love gifts like Tic Tacs, gum, mints, little things like that kind of help throughout the day. Like when you're just like working, you kind of want like a piece of gum. I love that. Or a lot of flight attendants love candy and chocolate and things like that. I think it'd be really cool if we got something healthy, like maybe apples or some fruits. I know that's kind of weird, but I think that'd be pretty cool to get like something healthier. If you have your own business, like bring something like that. Starbucks gift cards is always like a really good one as well. I think that's good because Starbucks is really common in most airports. I'm a Dunkin' girl, so I prefer Dunkin', but Dunkin's not at every airport. And Starbucks is a little bit more popular from what I've seen. But yeah, I think any gift is awesome. And I think whenever passengers bring stuff for the crew, it's just, we're always very thankful no matter what it is. So thank you if you are planning on giving gifts to your crews. We do love it and we do appreciate it. So thank you so much. It definitely always makes my day when I get little gifts here and there. All right, next question is, this was asked by another flight attendant, and they said, how do you avoid temptations from wanting to eat all of the leftover airplane food? And honestly, this is actually really hard. If you're a flight attendant and you work almost in the first class or even just international flights, there's always so much leftover food, whether it's the extra bread, the nuts, the dessert, actual entree, there's always leftover food. So what I like to do is just consistently be drinking my water, which is good for you regardless of the situation. I also flavor my water with these little lemonade packets, and that makes it kind of just like curb my sweet craving. Of course, if I do want to have some of the dessert and I want to try it, I will, but it's the excess that I think this person's talking about, like the eating when you're bored or just seeing the dessert there and being like, oh, well, there's an extra one, I might as well have it, although I just had like some Biscoffs in the back and some pretzels. It's like, I could see it becoming an issue, so I really try to just bring my own food and eat that. And I think like, okay, I spent my money on my food, so I'm gonna eat my food and not eat the airplane food, because this is what I brought. I know what's in it, and I spent my money on it. And if you spend money on it, it's your money. You have to eat what you spend money on. That's just how I see it. I try to look at my food in dollar signs, I guess, is my biggest tip. And then just drink your water. All right. Next question is, do you have flights with Fernando? And unfortunately, not yet. We haven't worked together just yet, but we are hoping in the near future, that we will be working together soon. Next question is, what is your favorite position? All right, so I'm going to break this down from first class, and then the front and then in the back. Of course, I do like working position number 1, which is the lead. I love working first class. I think it's more personable, and I like kind of seeing everybody as they walk into the plane. But I do love position number 4, which is considered the princess position, and that's usually on domestic flights, is what I just am referring to. I really like position 4 because it's just like, it's just the easier one, I guess. And yeah, I like it. I like being in the back sometimes and just working in main cabin. So yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite. When I'm working in international flight on a bigger airplane, I love working business class aisle, meaning I am not the lead flight attendant, but I am working in business class. So if that makes sense, it's like I'm not the number 1, but I'm just working in business class, but I don't have to make like all the PAs and everything like that. Unless I'm going to Brazil, then I am actually making the PAs because I'm the Portuguese speaker. But if not that, then I just want to be in business class. That's my favorite. Next question is, what do you wish you packed more of for training? I wish that I would have brought flashcards. I think those are super convenient. It's easy to test your fellow classmates with the different questions that you have and they have and their answers, and you can kind of compare and contrast. And I also wish I would have brought more clothes to go out go out outside of training, like to go to the gym, to go to the store, to go out with my classmates, just more going out clothes versus business casual clothes. And I also kind of wish I would have brought like my own snacks that I like to have, because you don't pay for your food there, at least for my company you didn't, but it's always nice to have like the things that you already know that you like with you. So that's probably my biggest tip. If there's something that you really like to have with you, bring that. And last question is, what is your favorite pantyhose brand? I don't really remember the name of the pantyhose brand, and I didn't have a chance to look at these questions before this video, but I will link it down below. It's usually the ones that are on Amazon that have like 15,000 reviews or more. I like the thicker ones because I get cold on the plane, and I would rather be warm than be freezing. And the really thin sheer ones make me so cold on the plane, especially in the galleys with the chillers on. It's just freezing. And I like the ones that are compression. Of course, those are also really good for you. And I definitely recommend getting compression pantyhose. That's definitely the way to go. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this little Q&A video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving wherever you are. I'm filming this a few days before Thanksgiving, so you won't see this until after Thanksgiving. But anyway, happy holidays to everyone and to all of your families. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support, and I will see you in the next one. Beijinhos. Ciao, ciao.